Go ahead. Floor's open.
So you guys actually were able to hold Hurd that to 16% from three and force 17 turnovers, which is actually a pretty good defensive performance. So is it disappointing to lose a game when you played that well actually defensively?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for a good part of the game, we did what we were supposed to, and craziness happened, and just kind of forgot the game plan. We're fighting that attention battle the whole time. Like, we talked about, I'm big on like return on attention. Even me, I was kind of getting into some of the BS, but we were worried about a lot of stuff other than what was going on next. And if you're not worried about what the next best thing is, then you're in trouble. That's all. Starting with me too. Like, we were worried about a lot of stuff we shouldn't have, but even then, did what we were supposed to defensively. Struggled to score, but man, they're good. I mean, they're as talented a roster as anybody in TBT. So.
James, can you elaborate on some of the other stuff you guys were talking about, worrying about other stuff?
Yeah, calls. I mean, we're mid-possession sometimes, putting our hands up about a call. Just worried about guys that we're never going to see the floor chirping. They're just trying to stay relevant. We were giving into it. Just kind of turned into a joke there for a while. We didn't give them a little joke, but that's the type of game they were going to win. And we said it. That's in no way, shape, or form like discredit to them. They're good, but the way they play, they want to get you to mess up. And they capitalize on any mistake you make. If you mess up a switch, they're at the rim. If you don't box out, they rebound it. So they're in no way, shape, or form was that joke, like, anything negative to them.
Sure.
They do a good job, as good a job as anyone capitalizing on mistakes. So.
KJ, you're nodding at that too, in agreement, I'm guessing. Even, as many games as you've played with this, can you just get caught up in it sometimes when there's so much history between the players, a lot of the players on both teams?
Yeah, definitely. I was one of the things that I was kind of worried about is just our composure, just because we know the history of everything, getting into it, and having unnecessary battles that instead of focusing on the game. I feel like we did that sometimes, but I feel like we settled down. I think what really hurt us is offensive rebounding, especially toward the end of the fourth quarter in the Elam, and that's what really killed us. So I don't really think the chirping really messed anything up, honestly.
Outside of all the drama, was it also just as simple as not hitting shots, especially towards the end? And was there any feeling now looking back of maybe rushing three-pointers, things like that, with those not falling?
Yeah, especially, guys get anxious. Everybody wants to make a play when you're down and nobody's hitting shots. So I think we fell into that. Everybody wanted to be the hero ball in a sense, not in a negative way. Just we wanted to help out because the flow of the game wasn't going our way. But yeah, we just couldn't hit a shot, man. I mean, we held them to a low 3-point percentage, but we were 5 for 27. So we didn't shoot the ball either. So when you have a mix of that and not boxing out, that's not a good recipe for success.
KJ, early you brought a ton of energy and a lot of offensive rebounds. Early in the game, you were dominating the paint. And you just continued to be a force later, but they kept rotating bodies. They had a lot of bigs in this game. Did it just sort of start to be a thing where there was just a wave that kept the rebounding continuously started with you guys and then sort of changed over? Like, was it just a wave of guys just coming, basically?
Yeah, that, and I felt like we got away from boxing out. We was doing a real good job boxing out early, and then I felt like we watched a lot of shots go up. We were waiting for the next guy to try to get a rebound, and that really hurt us. So, I mean, yeah, obviously their length and size definitely was a factor, but I think a lot of it was us not sticking with the game plan of boxing out.
Chase, about 2 minutes left to go in the third. KJ hits the three in the corner, and at that point, it gives you guys an 8-point lead. And then the next field goal for you guys didn't come until after the minute. Can you just talk about how at one point it looks like, okay, things are all right, and then, this can be a cruel game sometimes, how it can just turn in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I mean, that's basketball. It goes up and down. There's a game of runs. It sucks having that lead and then losing it. Credit to them. They made open shots at the end of the game, and we just struggled to score. I mean, it really wasn't our offense. We were getting good looks, getting good sets, and it just wasn't our day. And, like James was saying, they just capitalized on all of our mistakes.
James, when you're in the Elam ending and you get stops and you're kind of compiling a few stops here together, with all the outside numbers, is it hard not to press on offense, especially when you see the deficit that you're facing?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just think, struggled a little bit offensively. I thought they did a really good job, like, fighting and getting stops. Like, I can't imagine how tired some of those guys were. I don't know if KJ sat on the bench for more than, like, 2 or 3 minutes tonight. They kept fighting, man. So, defensively, I mean, you look at the numbers, we did everything we were supposed to. Like KJ said, we just didn't box out, but offensively in Elam, yeah, it was definitely pressing, especially when you're not shooting well through the game. Regardless of Elam or not, I think you're just trying to force them in. They did a good job too. So.
Is this one of those games, obviously you can't change the rules and everybody knows going in, but it's almost hard not to think to yourself, if we didn't have the Elam ending rules, it'd be much easier for us to come back or maybe try to win this game with the way things are unfolding, because they only had to get to a certain number at the end, you guys were hitting shots.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that mattered. I think, the time probably would have been over a lot quicker because there was a lid on the rim for both teams there for a while in Elam, so I think the Elam gave us a better chance at the time.
KJ, that fourth quarter, shots are just rolling off, and it was like just one. I feel. I mean, it was almost like a nightmare. Just seeing that happen, again and again.
Yeah, it sucked. I just tried to encourage the guys, man. Just no matter what happens, just keep on playing defense. We might not be hitting shots, but just focus down the other end. And I think we let our offense mess up our defense in the beginning. We were getting in gaps, like Coach James wanted us to, and showing 5 bodies when somebody would drive to the basket. And I feel like we got away from that as our shots weren't falling. So I think one side messed up the other.
Coach, obviously it's wonderful having PP here. It's in a boom. West Virginia always shows out. The crowd was again great. It's just like Charleston, a wonderful crowd. The man to your left put up a double-double. He put up almost 20 points and 11, 12 rebounds a game in these 2 games. You're not letting him retire, are you? You just can't, right?
Absolutely not. I just saw that, man. He was incredible. He's always incredible. I mean, after Tuesday, we had optional shoot around, and he's the first person there getting a full workout in on Wednesday. It's cool to watch him and this stuff, regardless of the TBT and it not being his professional season or whatever, he still treats it like he's, playing in Japan. He's got a support system here. He's methodical about how he goes about everything, and I think he helped, especially guys like Eric, see what it's like to be a professional. And, that's kind of your job as you progress through your career, is you kind of aspire to be something when you're young and what to be like, and then as you progress towards the end of your career, you're kind of the guide to younger players. And it's a cool facilitator for our alumni network for them to see guys like KJ and these professionals. And like even Quincy being here, it was great for the young guys to see. And I always say after TBT, like, did we want to lose this? But no, but you hope that people found ways to get better, because that's all life is. So if this helped the young guys get better, then it was worth it. So I appreciate KJ doing it, because he makes me a better person just being around.
So it's a no on retirement.
James, as far as you're trying to strategize that whole fourth quarter, and at some point, are you thinking, these shots are down the ball at some point? I mean, from the coaching perspective, going through that, and just how frustrating was it?
Yeah, it was really frustrating, but not at anybody in particular.
Right.
Like, I'm fine with the shot selection. I'm fine with every single thing that happens, and you kind of just hope, one goes in for Jamel or Keedy or Eric, because it just takes one to change the rhythm of the team. And I was just, hoping that one of them went in for that reason. And I think the Elam's great, because when it was 69-60, we make a free throw, we hit a 3. Next thing you know, it's 69-64, and then they're tired, and it just changes things. So yeah, I was hoping one of them went in, but they took great shots tonight. I thought wouldn't change a thing except rebound.
Coach, looking at your guys' team this year, the non-WVU alumni, I was just curious, what's the connection to those guys who played big roles on this team, and sort of how did that come about, them getting spots on this team?
Yeah, Quincy played with Tariq and Tavon in Hungary. I was getting ready to coach against Alex Gross in the NAI national tournament when it got canceled for COVID. And I was just kind of thinking we were going to play off our big a lot at the elbow there, and I was thinking of a random guy. And thought of him, just reached out to him. He actually ended up at Morehead State, all that stuff, and then Nate Flowers, obviously, connection there. Jamal, I mean, he's part of the family now, so. Yeah, they were great, man. They were great to be around, regardless of the outcome. You know, I'd sign up for this group again. They're great people. So.
KJ, we were kind of talking about this last year when this game was played last year. The way things went tonight, and obviously what happened in the third quarter, does that add anything at all to what people perceive as the West Virginia Marshall?
As far as what?
Will this add anything to fuel?
I mean, I'm sure it'll sell tickets for the next year. Whatever. You know, I'm sure they'll put us in the same bracket, in the same position. It's 1-1 now, so they sell the trilogy, I guess. But yeah, it's always fun playing against those guys. We knew that they had something extra to prove, especially from last year. It was a hard-fought game, like we knew it was gonna be. Just wish we could have made a few more shots, got a few more stops. But yes, like I said, it's always fun to play against those guys.
Alright, that'll be all. Thank you. Let's get these next guys in here.